Join me, brothers, as today we discuss the awesome power that is the Space Wolf Wolflord. Today on Let's Talk Tactics.
Anvil of War! Let's talk tactics!
Hey guys, and welcome back to Anvil of War Gaming. Today we're going to be discussing my favorite builds on the Space Wolf Wolflord. Before I get into the video though, just going to do a few quick little shout outs. First of all, Red Dragon Comics in Orleans, Ontario, one of our sponsors. Thank you for providing us all the models, codexes for reviews, and everything else that you guys do to support the channel. Guys, if you haven't checked them out, way to support us is to support them. Check out their online store. There's a link in the description below. Also, Brushfire Studios. Zach over at Brushfire has painted up our Space Wolf collection. If you enjoy these models, why not give a look-see over to his Facebook page and check out all of the stuff that he has painted up. He is fantastically skilled and very reasonably priced, so check out his stuff. If at any point in time during the video you think that we are worthy of your subscription, please click on the little icon in the bottom corner of your screen. You can click on that and you can subscribe to the channel, and we appreciate you guys doing that if you enjoy our stuff. So, with that being said, let's get into the video. So today I'm going to be discussing my personal favorite builds for the Space Wolf Wolflord. Full disclosure, there's hundreds of different builds out there, especially with the release of the new supplement in 9th edition. Tons of different options, tons of great builds, and lots of ways to complement your force. I mean, if you want a guy that's going to be a devastating melee machine, well, we're going to talk about that today, but if you want to go the way of something that's very tactically flexible and able to really complement the rest of your army, not so much be that punchy boy on the tabletop, then you can also go that direction. But today we're just focusing on what I think are the best, and I know that there are many other opinions. So please, if you guys at any point in time think that I'm missing something or think that there's another great combo, share it with the community, comment on the video below, and let us know. So the first Wolflord that we're going to be talking about today is going to be my favorite, the Slice and Dice. This guy is a Space Wolf Wolflord, or Captain, in Terminator armor, equipped with dual lightning claws. Now, we once got an additional bonus to our strength for our lightning claws with the wolf claws, or frost claws, and this is unfortunately gone the way of the dodo. It's technically still there, but it's going to require you to take a relic. And in this build, we're actually using that. So for all of the Space Wolf Wolflords I'm discussing today, we're going to be using the Warrior of Legend stratagem, which is one command point to give your Warlord 2 Warlord traits. Just remember that that second one that you take due to the stratagem has to be from the Space Wolf supplement. When we're doing this, the best combo I find with this guy is to take the Imperium Sword from the regular Space Marine Codex and pair it off with Wolfkin. Now, Imperium Sword, what it's going to do is it's going to give you reroll charges, which is big on a unit that can deep strike into combat, deep strike and then charge into combat. And it's also going to give you +1 strength and +1 attack on the charge, or if you heroically intervene, which is, I mean, that's going to be a mainstay in most armies. You're going to see a lot of people taking that just because it's so strong. And then paired off with the Wolfkin. Now, the Wolfkin Saga is going to be, it's going to give you D3 attacks for your Shock Assault ability, and you always count as having the Shock Assault ability, no matter what. So instead of 1 attack, you're getting D3, potential of extra 3 attacks. Can bring this guy up to swinging at a potential of 10 attacks. Let's not forget, with the changes to the Lightning Claws, pending any FAQs, they're getting +1 attack per claw now. So now you're going up from your base 4 attacks to 6 attacks with the 2 Lightning Claws to 9 attacks with the Shock Assault ability, and then +1 attack on the charge for the Imperium Sword. You can see where this is getting a little crazy. I don't find that the Wolfkin's Saga or Deed, if you achieve it, it's not it's not bad. I mean, it's still going to be a good bonus for your army, that little aura that he's going to be providing, but it's not, it's definitely not the best. This guy is meant to get right in and just start hacking things apart. Now, with the Lightning Claws going up to Strength 6, we're also looking at the potential of doing some serious melee damage to stuff like Marines, because we're going to take the Relic of Frost Weapon. When you take Frost Weapon on the Lightning Claws, you're now going up to damage 2, and you're getting an additional +1 to strength. That's what's bringing us up to the 6 strength, as mentioned before. Now, with that, you're getting damage 2 Lightning Claws, re-rolling wounds. He's hitting on 2s, technically 1s, so any modifier, first modifier is negated. And you're going to be finding this guy is just going to slice through a full unit with those 10 attacks, especially if you're in the combat doctrine for that turn. So this guy has got to be one of my favorites. Yeah, just for that reason, you can just toss him right in there. And he's kind of a throwaway unit. Now, as for the second Space Wolf Wolflord, that is on my list, I have to say that it's just a small tweak from the last one, and we're going to be giving him a Thunderhammer and a Storm Shield on that Terminator Captain or Wolflord. And what that's going to do, you're going to take spend the 1 command point for the Warrior of Legend, and now you're going to take Resolve of the Bear and the Wolfkin ability. So the Resolve of the Bear is going to replace your Imperium Sword ability. The reason we're doing this is we're going to make one tanky boy. With this tank, you're going to get the +1 to your armor save from the Storm Shield. Now, this is an item that is now not necessarily as great for your characters because, well, they already have a 4+ invulnerable save. So what you're really getting from this is the +1 save, putting them up to technically a 1+ save, negating any first AP to your model from enemy attacks. So it's pretty good at keeping him up there. If anything's, AP -1, AP -2, you're still getting essentially a Storm Shield. Anything beyond that, you're getting your 4+ invulnerable, and that's great. Still super tanky, though, and the reason that we're taking the Resolve of the Bear is it's giving you a 6+ Feel No Pain. In addition to that, the enemy can't re-roll any wounds or damage against that character. So you're making him all of a sudden that much more resilient. Stack that with the relic that I want to throw on this guy, which is the Pelt of the Beowulf. Now, the Pelt of the Beowulf gives him -1 to hit and -1 to wound in combat. That's gross. This guy is got the Thunderhammer. He's still a Wolflord. He's still going to be striking with those 5 attacks on the charge, well, most turns, because charge, heroically intervene, etc. from shock assault. But yeah, there's a way to kind of create this this character that will be able to dish it out, but also is going to be sticking around on the tabletop for probably the duration of the game. And he's probably going to be able to stick it out in most combat situations with other characters and maybe tie up scary enemy characters that other lords might struggle with. So this is a really strong build. It's more of a I need to babysit this objective, or I need to tie up this scary character. You're going to throw this guy in. He's going to deep strike in and hopefully get that charge off, or he's just going to stick around on the tabletop. I mean, there's lots of ways to get him up the table. So the next Space Wolf Wolflord we're going to be discussing is the Space Wolf Wolflord with Jump Pack. Now, this guy, I mean, he's the Smash Captain. He's essentially the favorite character for the past few editions for Marine players. He's a throwaway character. You drop him in, you deep strike him in with the jetpack, and then you just charge him up the field or at something. And there's ways of making this guy super scary with the 9th edition and the new Space Marine Codex and the new Space Wolf Supplement. So first of all, you're going to be taking the Imperium Sword on this guy, Thunderhammer, Storm Shield, and take the Imperium Sword. You're spending that 1 command point to give him Warrior's Legend, to give him 2 Warlord traits. And now all of a sudden you have this guy that's jumping onto the tabletop with double Warlord traits. Imperium Sword's giving him those reroll charges, getting him where he needs to be. And then you're stacking on the Hunter ability. Now, the Hunter Saga, or the Hunter Saga is going to give him +1 to his advance and +1 to his charges. So now, when you're dropping in outside of distance for the deep strike, you're going to be getting that +1 to the charge, making that dice roll even easier. You're also re-rolling those charges, giving you a greater chance of succeeding in that charge. He is equipped with a Thunder Hammer, so this guy's going to be tossed up and going up against something big and scary. That's the idea. With the Imperium Sword, I mean, you're getting that +1 of strength also, so you're tipping the scales a little bit against T8 stuff, toughness 8 stuff. And then on top of that, you're also getting the +1 attack to boost his melee potential a little bit. Now, if you want this guy to stick around, you're going to go with a defensive relic like the Adamantium Mantle to give him that 5+ Feel No Pain. That's one option. There's a couple other options. You could do the Shield Eternal or something like that, which is pretty much the exact same thing at the end of the day. Or you could go with something to boost his melee potential, like the Wolfen Stone or something like that. Something that's going to make him a little bit scarier and also maybe buff stuff around him. That's going to get into combat after he's probably already there, because ultimately you want this guy in turn 2, dropping down and charging. Or maybe you want to start him on the tabletop with that reroll charges, the +1 advance, the advance and charge, which I failed to mention. He also gets advance and charge from the Hunter Saga. So with the advance and charge, you might start him on the tabletop, get a good advance roll. You're getting that +1 to advances. Don't forget that from that saga. So now all of a sudden you've got this guy that's like highly mobile, able to get up the table really quickly. Maybe you want to start him on the table. I don't know. That's really up to you and your play style. Preferably, or personally, I prefer to drop him in on the tabletop and charge him. Turn 2 as soon as you can. Now, going from there, we go into what I would consider my favorite Space Wolflord build, and that is the Wolflord on Thunderwolf. Now, this guy, I try to kind of to build him to make him into a just a devastating monster on the tabletop that also is assisting the units that I want him to be running up the table with. Now, Wolflord on Thunderwolf is going to be, I think, a mainstay in all Space Wolf armies going forward. And when you build up and tool yours, Thunderhammer and Storm Shield is a great option. With T5 and the amount of wounds he has, throwing on something that's going to give him an armor save of 2+ with the 4+ invuln, he already had that technically. This is an option. Now, this is something that you're going to see slightly tweaked, though, going forward, because it's not as much of an option. You're going to see people starting to mix and match. Preferably, you're going to get a very strong killing machine in combat that's also very durable. So you mix and match your relics and your warlord traits to flavor. The Hunter warlord trait is amazing in the sense that you can throw this character up the table with the advance and charge that he already has innately. You give him the ability to advance an additional inch, charge an additional inch. And then on top of that, you have some stratagems of Space Wolf Codex that really complement characters or models getting charged in, and then other units benefiting from that to get additional charges in. This is going to be a really strong combination, and this character is going to be on every Space Wolf list. I think in every Space Wolf list, I'm sure of it. So now going from that. You got to think about what relics you want to take on this guy. I think, personally, something like Adamantium Mantle or something that's going to help him stick around a little longer is always going to be a plus. Especially if you're pairing off something like Hunter and the Imperium Sword, where you're getting that guy charging in really quick. And he's maybe charging up with some Thunderwolf cavalry. You want that guy to stick around and benefit those units and help get all of those charges off. Because once you get into combat with Space Wolves, you're hopefully staying in combat by just prolonging and charging through your enemy's lines, unit to unit to unit. And you're going to do that if your models are still on the tabletop. This guy is going to bring some major aggro. Your opponent is going to look at this guy and say, I want him dead. So anything to boost his survivability is going to be a big, big help. That being said, you could go the Pelt of the Beowulf route and give him that -1 to hit, -1 to wound. That's pretty strong. And yeah, those are essentially your options as far as relics. You want to go one way or the other. Now, if you are going to be subbing out the Thunderhammer and Storm Shield on this guy, one kind of thing that I've leaned towards is taking a Thunderhammer and something like an axe, a Frost Axe, or like upgrading it a Power Axe to a Frost Axe or something like that. The reason for this is you can get a weapon that's really good at killing infantry and not really hinder your character, although you're getting that +1 to hit, -1 to hit balances out on the Thunderhammer anyways. But if you're worried about something that's got some negatives in melee, it gives you those options, and all you're really sacrificing is the +1 to your armor save by losing the shield. So it's an option. It's something worth looking at for sure. So all in all, those are my favorite Space Wolf builds, Wolflord builds. Now you'll notice that there aren't any Primaris specific characters on this list, Captain Gravis Armor, etc. My reason for that is I don't find that they are the stronger options in this book, specifically for this faction. I think Space Wolves really benefit from their unique character types, and as well as with the wound increases for all firstborn units, you're going to see Space Wolf armies that maybe are units that have been collecting dust on shelves. I know I personally love to use Blood Claws still, but you're going to see those guys in more lists and more competitive lists now going forward. And same goes for the characters. I mean, there's nothing really that has changed there. And again, as I said probably 3 times now, the Thunderwolf Cavalry, or the Thunderwolf Wolflord, is going to be a mainstay in most lists, especially with their synergy with Thunderwolf Cavalry, who got a huge boost in the Codex Supplement. So that being said, if you're looking for Wolflord, named characters are a good way to go. I mean, Ragnar Blackmane, that's pretty much your named character for Primaris. And he's a beast on the tabletop still. He has not lost a little bit of his punchiness, but he's still pretty scary. So I would look at him. I mean, if you're looking for a Dreadnought character, there's always Bjorn. I love that guy. So he's always going to be a strong addition to any list, especially with the Duty Eternal rule, giving him those buffs as well. So anyways, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any preferred builds that I missed, or you think that I'm overlooking, make sure you comment in the video below. Thanks again for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more Space Wolf content.
Sponsored by...
Thanks for watching today, guys. If you enjoyed our content, make sure to hit the subscribe button and share with your friends. We appreciate it. Stick around for more Space... How many times can you say Space Wolves in one video? It's colder than Fenris in here. Skull!